Hello, my name is Sacha, I'm a designer, and before working with Valentine, I worked for Borolek Studio and another research material studio called Ateliers.
Hello, I'm Valentine. I'm a designer and a craftswoman. Before working with Sacha, I used to work in heritage restoration in Paris.
Her time here has been a time of discovery and exploration of the different dynamic of Hampi.
Yes, we both spent a year in India during our study in the National Institute of Design in Ahmedabad. So when we came back to India, we had a lot of ideas we wanted to pursue. But what was nice is to arrive here and discover that the landscape and the craft are so different from the one in Gujarat.
Here we developed 3 different projects. 2 are in collaboration with craftsmen and 1 is only led by us.
So in France we developed a technique called sand decor, and it's a technique where we can create shapes using sand flows. And when we arrived here, we thought it was kind of echoing with the landscape and also a practice of the kolam, which consists of drawing intricate patterns of rice powder on the ground. So we used this technique as a guiding thread for our collaboration with the craftsmen.
We also discovered the Sandur Potter community. It's a community that lives nearby Hampi Art Lab, and they do a really specific ceramic technique where they do some black pottery, doing some wood firing with no oxygen.
So in our previous trip in India, we really fell in love with glass bangles. From the way they are made and their importance in women's fashion, they are very fascinating objects. So we wanted to try to develop new shapes with them by cutting them, slumping them onto plaster molds. The first project we've developed is we used this mudke shape and kind of made a crown, a jewel crown made of bangles to put on the mudke. Then we also made some glass panels by melting completely the bangles. And for us, what was interesting is that the new pattern that these glass bangles created kind of looked like textile patterns, and we also thought it kind of looked like lungis patterns, which are men's skirts that they wear in the south of India. So it was interesting to see how a woman's jewels can turn into something resembling more like man's fashion.
For us, it was super interesting to meet artists because as a designer, we don't work as artists. So we had a lot of discussion about India, Hampi, and even our previous work.
So our advice to the next resident would be to be curious as much as possible and put a lot of energy in the collaboration with craftsmen around. So we are very thankful for the French Institute, Villa Swagatam and Hampi Art Lab because it was such a wonderful time here and we have learned a lot.